Alright guys, since you guys decided to start rapping and not telling anyone, you guys are entering the video.
Welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back to the vlog.
I'm Tsunami and he's
I'm
a little
Anthony.
Asian man, and we're here to deliver you content.
Delicious video about car wrapping.
Is this even the intro or this you guys just talking?
We're just talking, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Cut it up, man. Make it work.
Oh. They can fix it in post, right? Alright, ready?
Who the fuck hired this guy?
Know about wrapping a Range Rover?
Yes, I need an intro.
What up guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we're gonna be wrapping a Range Rover, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about it right now, right here in the beginning. These things are way bigger than your normal car. They do require a little bit more disassembly. Anthony struggled a little bit more than he did normally. They are harder to take apart. So if you're gonna be wrapping one of these things, I'll just give you the heads up. They're a little bit more difficult. Johnny may have something to say different. I don't know, what do you think? He's already started wrapping it. You already started wrapping before we gave an intro.
Sorry, man, and it's yeah, it takes a little more work. So.
Wait,
It takes a little bit more work.
Elaborate! No, I'm just kidding. But I will say this, these things are a little bit more difficult to wrap. The panels are bigger. The color that we're using, let's talk about this real quick. Let me go grab some swatch books. I'll be right back. Because this is something that comes up all the time. People call the shop and they're like, hey, I want to wrap my car matte black. All right, guys, there's a lot of matte blacks. And I want to show you the difference. Come over here real quick. So if you look at, from 3M alone, there's a couple different forms of matte black, satin black, but I'm just gonna start with the blacks in general. This one can kind of go away, it doesn't need to be there. Satin black, deep or matte deep black, dead matte black, matte black. So let's look at those colors together so you can see the difference. There's a bunch of different sheens. Can you get that on camera?
I'm right here.
The color that I like the most for wrap installs when you're doing this is I like satin, because these mattes really gravitate towards taking your oils from your fingers, and fingerprints happen on this pretty often. So I like to wrap in satin. So I always try to push customers to go this direction because I believe it still gets the same impact, but you don't have to deal with the same things you got to deal with over here. Even the dead mattes, they seem to scratch a little easier. You can even see in the swatch. But I wanted to show that I felt like it was worth talking about it because people do ask for these colors often. There's your satin black from Avery and your matte black from Avery. So two different brands, but there's a bunch of different blacks. The customer here chose the dead matte black. It's the deepest, most dullest, most chalkboardish dead matte black you can get. And I think he just wanted to go full stealth. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. It is a little bit harder to install. The challenges that we're having with it is as you're installing, it does scratch very easy. And then also, you can see that it kind of stains with any type of liquid touching it. So we're gonna have to go in and clean the surface really well. What I will say about this particular finish, it's gonna be a lot harder to maintain than a satin black. And that's why I always try to push people from matte to a satin, because it is easier to maintain a satin black wrap. What I'm trying to get at here is if you're gonna be wrapping your car in a matte black finish, go for the satin, because you're gonna see that this is a lot harder to maintain. The customer, we educated him all that, he decided to go this direction. It's gonna look dope when it's clean. So you have to keep this one clean. One of the things I'm gonna really push for on this one is maybe a ceramic coat. I think that'll help him in the long run, just ceramic coating this whole wrap. It'll deflect a lot of the fingerprints and dust that'll get stuck to it that are gonna cause the matte black to look really bad. I'll just say that. Nevertheless, the wrap's gonna look cool. I know that this is one of those cars that I'm saying is hard, but it has its easy parts too. Every part of the car, let me show you, is split into a panel. Where, you know, I don't want, it sounds weird when I say it like that because all of the cars are all split up, but this one has a fender. The quarter panel is basically just this part up here. It doesn't go down into like how it would on a car. The door is just the door. They're not connecting panels is what I'm trying to get at. So everything here is gonna be individually wrapped. It should be very easy. Everything's flat. There's no trims to worry about. There's no side skirt. Very easy to do. So it has its tough parts about it, but also very easy at the same time. So I'll stop ranting. These guys are rapping. They're probably like, fuck out of here, Daniel. Just do what you do over that corner. I'm gonna go do that, and we'll check back with them in a minute. Or you hang out with them, you check back with me in a minute. I don't know.
So I'm in there working the FRS video you guys have already seen. If you haven't seen, go back and check out the last video. I was in there editing that video. They decided to come and wrap this over here. Yo, they took it apart. Obviously, you guys seen the car get took it apart a whole bunch of times, so we didn't film that. But we are gonna film the wrap process. I came out here and Tweedledee and Tweedledum already started wrapping the roof. I mean the hood. So that's a nice roof, brother.
Way to go, jackass! You missed your cue. Who hired this guy, bro? Forceful mortality.
Why should a blow dryer not be used?
It's a fucking blow dryer.
Wait, what's the question? wait, hold on.
Wait, what are you asking? Are you asking like why you should use a
Heat
heat gun?
gun over a blow dryer, yes. Because someone used a blow dryer and it left pieces. So why should I?
That's actually a very common question that we get from a lot of you guys. They actually ask us, hey, can I use a blow dryer instead of a heat gun? Most likely, you don't have a blow dryer that gets to temperature as hot as a heat gun. So when you're wrapping stuff, it's mostly going to cool your area down more than it's going to actually help you in any type of way. So if you are going to be wrapping at home or doing a DIY install, it's better to use a heat gun because that's more so what it's meant for.
She can't write that fast.
She's writing this down.
Physics, bitch.
Yeah, so
Because
yeah.
blow dryers are meant to blow.
blow dryers are
and
for hair and heat guns are for different things like wrapping. So.
Damn, little feeder there. Nice. I think one of the big failure points on these cars is always right here. Whenever you see like a Range Rover G-Wagon wrap, they have that ridge, and you always see people fail where it bubbles up. So one thing that Johnny has to focus on, and I already know, but I'm gonna reiterate to the camera, is when you're laying this panel, you wanna feed that material in and not push it in. So a lot of people just heat it up and push it down, and it'll last for a day or two, but it'll pop up. So feeding it in and then post-heating it properly is the most important part. You really have to do it all around the entire belt of the car. It's not that deep of a recess, but it's deep enough to where it'll pop up. So don't underestimate this little guy right here on the, like I said, the G-Wagons have it, a couple other cars have it, and then the Range Rover obviously has it because it's right here. So watch how Johnny does it on this one. You know, make sure you kind of really show him how you're just setting it in place there. I almost would start with that first. For me, I'd lay that in and kind of work my way down from there. Fuck you, Antoine. Have you attempted to clean off this hood yet to see what it's gonna look like?
That's already clean.
No, it's not. If that's already clean, then we need to stop wrapping.
Yeah, this material is messed up.
So that's what I was asking. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So we gotta make sure it's clean.
Wow, Anthony, you just lied on camera.
What the fuck did this dude clean this?
No, because I cleaned it right in front of you.
He cleaned a spot.
We do.
Trying to convince myself that it's gonna change, but this looks bad, dude. I don't think we should be doing this wrap like this. We're all kind of looking at our invoices and making sure we ordered the color that he wanted. Like I said, I always try to talk customers out of doing this specific finish. Because it just doesn't look good. It gets dirty. Like, you look at this, we just installed this. You can see streak marks, you can see handprints. I mean, this is exactly what we told him was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So can we get on a phone call with them and just let them see? I mean, I'd rather stop now and order the right material and try to get a refund for this roll, because this looks like garbage, bro.
Yeah.
He's 100% not gonna want this. I don't want to even finish wrapping or start doing any more. What do we lay? 2 panels already? No. No, damn. Yeah, no, this is terrible, dude. So I'm calling the customer now. I'm calling him through Facebook. Or Instagram. I've never done it before, so. Yo! What up, man? How are you?
Yo, man.
Can I show you this wrap real quick?
Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Okay. All right, dude. Well, I'm sorry to bother you during the gym workout, but I want to show you something, dude. Remember I told you the color? We've never installed it before. We always go for satin.
Okay.
Check it out. This is kind of why. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see this texture marking, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it looks like an old wrap. Like it just doesn't look good at all. This is just laid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And this is the stuff I was telling you about. Even like during the install, it's scratching up. Those are fingerprints. Like, I can't give you this, bro.
Okay.
Like,
So why don't we just go with the satin then?
I honestly, man, like that is the best bet, 110%. I always push customers to not use this color, and now that we're using it for the first time, really, it's bad, dude. Like this isn't dirty. This is in the material. That's what it looks like. So it's not going to give you that effect that you're looking for. I would go satin. To be honest, bro, like I can vouch for that one. You know what I mean? This, not so much. This looks like a chalkboard.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are the experts, so if that's the best bet, then we can do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna swap it out. Our goal is to really try to get to you for the Vegas trip. You know, I want to make that happen, but it's probably gonna get postponed a little bit. We're still gonna try though. But we're doing our best over here, bro. So I do have to reorder the material. It might put me a day behind, but I wanted to show you before we got too far. We do have like the hood and the trunk wrapped and the side panels wrapped, but I want to pull it off. I want to give you what you want, and I don't think this is it.
Okay. Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, at your discretion. Figure
Okay.
it out.
Okay, brother. I appreciate it, man. We'll talk soon then.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, of course, dude. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yank it off, dude. Take it off. I don't know, man. Like, this is bad, right? You guys agree? You guys agree? Like, it looks cool in the dark over there, but this looks bad. We're going satin.
It looks good.
It looks
oh,
sick.
hell yeah. Oh,
Everybody
damn.
close their eyes. Oh, wow, that looks great. Perfect.
Yeah, that looks
Okay,
good.
now take it off.
I mean, we could order matte black if he really wants the dead look. This guy's not going to be happy. And we have good reputation with him. His last wrap is amazing. He loves it. He has high expectations of us. So I don't want to give him something that's garbage, just straight up. So, you know, we made the call. I called the customer through Instagram because I didn't have his phone number like off the top. Lauren's gone already. And he answered. He was at the gym. You guys seen that? And I really had to just break the news to him. I'm like, man, I don't think this color is going to work out. I would not recommend this film for anybody. And now I know exactly why. I've always told people, don't go with these deep matte films because they look like garbage. So I usually push for satin. I told you guys that earlier. And this is exactly why. He agreed to go with the satin black. So it's going to put us a little bit behind on the schedule. We really had a deadline we were trying to meet. It's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Maybe Johnny and I can spend some OT. We gotta wait till tomorrow to order the film because it's too late now. So depending on if it's in stock locally or not, we might have to wait for it to ship in, but we're gonna take this color to a satin black and give it the treatment that it deserves. This would not have been it.
I actually have it in stock.
We do? We gotta roll? Guess we could wrap tonight.
Oh, I mean, no, we're out. Sorry.
Wow, Anthony.
You guys will see the difference though. I'm telling you guys, like right now, I don't know if the camera really shows how bad this film looks right now. But if we go, you know what? Let me do this. Let me grab a piece of satin black and put it on top. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna install a piece of satin black over the mat. Yeah, so this is the shade that I think it should be, and this is what we're gonna go with. What do you think? Can you see the difference? Looks way better.
Night and day.
Night and day. Can you talk about my crease? Yeah, this is what it's supposed to be, and we'll actually be able to really. This will be a lot flatter too. Damn! Damn! It was so bad that Christian went in for the apology immediately. Like, so you gotta understand, Johnny's already upset because he wrapped some shit today, and now I got to get removed, and then you fucking.
And then you mess with him.
You threw a baseball-sized piece of vinyl at him.
Some of the trash can.
All right, guys, let's.
Johnny's just really laughing his pain away right now. Oh.
Oh, that's so
More
bad.
magic, please.